Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you don't already know, I'm Harmony. I'm 17, I'm MUA, and I create beauty and lifestyle related content. And for today's video, I'm going to be creating this makeup look right here. I wanted to do like a kind of a New Year's Eve makeup look, something that's wearable, kind of like it's not I don't think it's soft glam, but kind of glam, something you could wear out to like a party or something. And I came up with like this purple eyeshadow look with the little shimmery inside. So yeah, but before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and most importantly subscribe to my channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to today's video. Okay, so of course I'm gonna start off with my eyebrows already done. So I always do my eyebrows off camera. Seeing my Juvia's Place, the Nubian Royal palette, and the first shade I'm going to is like this deep purple shade, and I'm gonna use my Morphe M506 brush. It's like a small blending brush, and going with this shade and in the shape that I wanted to. And after I have this eyeshadow placed in the way that I want it to be, I'm gonna go in with these two shades. Like I'm gonna mix this shade with this shade. I wish I knew the names for them, but I don't. I'm gonna mix in this light purple with like this kind of this darker purple. It looks kind of pinkish to me, but I'm mixing this one with like this lavender color right here. And I'm gonna go around the edges of this and blend it out.
That's not what I said. You stupid.
And I am gonna bring this shade in like a little bit farther than I brought in the other shade. Like, and I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of dark purple just so you can see like it kind of goes in a little bit, but I'm not gonna drag it in all the way because I still want this to kind of be a little bit open. But yeah, I'm gonna drag it into like right there. Yeah. Okay, after I have that blended out, we're gonna go back in with that first dark purple shade and kind of re-add it just to add some more depth to the look and make sure everything is blended out. Okay, that looks pretty good. And after we have those two eyeshadows blended out, I'm going to be going into my James Charles palette. Why am I struggling to open this? I'm trying to open it from the wrong side. We're going to go in the James Charles palette and use this white shade. Yeah, I'm just going to use a little bit of this white shade to kind of blend out the edges a little bit more. And add a little bit more of a gradient if I blend it out with the white. But yeah, I'm just lightly blending, nothing too serious. Just to add a little bit more depth to the look and more of a gradient effect instead of just using those three shades. After I blend out that white shadow, we're going to be going in with the eyeliner. What I'm going to do is just like add a little bit of liner right here. But it's not going to be a defined liner. Okay, and after I have my liner down, and it's not perfectly placed down or anything because I don't need to be perfect. I'm about to smudge it out. I'm about to take a black eyeshadow from the James Charles palette, and I'm gonna put that on top of that liquid liner and like smudge it out, but not too much, but like a little bit. And then after I take that black eyeshadow and I smudge out that liner, I'm gonna be going back in with this dark purple shade and putting it on top of the black eyeshadow and blending it out too, but not too far up, just like a little bit. Okay, and we're done with that part. So right now I'm not really gonna add concealer right here, but I'm kind of using my brush. It has concealer on it to kind of like clean up this area a little bit and just add a little bit of tackiness in the base for the next eyeshadow that I'm gonna be adding on after this. Okay, and I have that on. I don't really need to put that on, but I'm gonna be using a flat brush, a flat rounded brush, and I'm gonna go with this sparkly shade, and I'm gonna be using that. And let me tell you about this shade, y'all. Like, a lot of glitter eyeshadows are not good, but this is really good. It's kind of sticky, and like it looks like this when you blend it out on your skin, and it's so pretty. Like, I didn't have to wet it or nothing.
That's not what I said. You stupid.
Okay, and after I take it, okay, after I have that shimmery shade down, I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe brush I used before, this one, and I'm gonna go back in with a little dark purple shade and just kind of add a little bit more depth to the look. Alright guys, like, this side looks so much better than this side. Maybe it's because like I know what I'm doing now, so I'm glad I did my first eye off camera, because I would have had a mental breakdown. That would have been a mess. Like, you can't see the mistakes I made because I have on big lashes, but this one just looks better to me. It looks more blended out. It just looks more seamless, and I actually like the way this looks. And I've never used purple eyeshadow before, so that's new. But now I'm gonna be going in with my dual eyelash glue and just using the eyelash glue to line my lash line. And while it's drying, I'm gonna take some of my mascara and put it on my lashes to help blend in my falsies with my real lashes. So the lashes I'm using today from Eyelash Nation, and I got an eyelash book from them for Christmas. So I'm gonna be using these lashes right here. I don't know the style that they're in. This eyelash book is called Paris, and it comes with like 2 of these eyelash applicators, and it comes with like a little pink spoolie, but I dropped that. So yeah. So now we're gonna be moving on to our face, and the first thing I'm gonna be using is this L'Oreal Infallible Glow and Lock Primer, and I'm just take a little bit of that on my hand and smooth it out all over my face. I really want to get, I used to use like the Note Hydro Grip Primer for a long time. Only thing about that primer is it is expensive. Like,
That's not what I said.
that thing
You stupid.
costs some money. So for foundation, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty foundation, and then I use a little bit of this Naked foundation because it's lighter, and I'll mix it together to get like my perfect shade, because that one is just too dark on me and it'll make all of my makeup look orange. And I'm using this Real Technique sponge to blend it out, because I usually use a brush to blend out my foundation, but I can't find it, so we're just gonna have to make do. After I have my foundation blended out, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. hydrating camo concealer. And this concealer is so good. Like e.l.f., like they did their thing with this. I feel like it's a really good dupe of the Tarte Tape Shape. And yes, I know the color is light, but I like a really highlighted under eye, so that's what we're gonna be using. And when I highlight under my eyes, I always drag it down on my nose because I like to be, I like my nose to be snatched. So that's what I do. And then I put some concealer on my chin, my forehead, but not a lot on my forehead, just a little bit on my forehead. And in the center of my nose as well. And then I'm going and blend it out. When I blend out my concealer in my eye, I always drag it down like underneath my nose. And now I'll be taking my Airspun powder, my translucent powder, and using that to set my under eyes. And I usually use my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, but I don't know, it's a little bit darker than this, so that's why I'm not gonna be using it. Like sometimes I'll mix my powders, and yeah, that one is kind of dark. And I'm not gonna like bake. I'm just gonna like set my under eyes first. The Airspun setting powder smells so, it smells like baby powder. It just smells so good. Okay, after I have everything set in place, actually I'm gonna like kind of bake. I'm gonna bake more along the sides of my nose because I like a nice little, again, like I said earlier, I like my nose to be snatched, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, and now that I have the sides of my nose and like the center of my nose baking, I'm gonna take my fluffy brush and dust all the color off different places. So basically just my chin and my forehead, and like kind of the sides of my face as well. Take a little bit of the powder, dab it on my brush, and just set the rest of my face. And for bronzer, I'm gonna use my black Radiance contour palette, and this is the dark to deep. And if you cannot tell, I'm not dark to deep. This is a little bit too dark for me, but I use this middle shade and it's still a little bit too dark. It can be harsh, so I really just tap it on very lightly, because it's just it's kind of, it's just a little bit too dark. If I just go straight in with it. See, like right now, that looks good. So I just ran out of storage. That's great, and it stopped filming. So after I'm done browsing my cheeks, I go up underneath my, like this area, I don't know what it's called, and then underneath my chin as well. Some more of my Airspun powder into to the pen, and I'm gonna use this side of the beauty blender, the flat side. Put the powder right here, and I'm gonna use it to like cut underneath my contour. Okay, then after we have that cut, I'm gonna go ahead and dust off this powder right here. And next up is my nose contour. So I'm gonna be using the same shade, but again, not a lot, light taps, light taps. And I'm just gonna start like at this part of my eye and drag it down. Okay, that nose contour looks good. And then back in with that powder once again, just to kind of clean up in areas that's just a little bit too dark. And then look at my nose contour. It looks good. It looks perfect. Great. So next, I'm gonna do my under eye shadow. Yeah, I'm doing my under eye shadow. And I'm gonna just go in with that dark purple shade from before. Like this is underneath my eyes. Okay, and then after I have both of my under eye eyeshadows, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara onto my bottom lashes real quick. Okay, after my bottom lash mascara down, I'm gonna go in with my blush using this Lovecraft Beauty blush palette. And I'm gonna use, well, maybe I use this shade. I never use this shade. I use all of them, just cause. And when it comes to blush, I know this looks like a lot of blush, but you should always use a little bit more than you think is necessary, because blush, like by the time you go to walk out the door, your blush will be gone, I promise you. So I always use a little bit more. Oh, we're gonna spray my face with this Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'm gonna go in and highlights. That was the last step of our face makeup. Now we're gonna go into lips. I don't exactly know what I want to do for my lips, but before I start recording, I ordered these Fenty Beauty like little mini gloss set, and I already took out one like this brown shade. I might use a little bit of that, but I'm not necessarily sure. I might just use straight gloss with a little bit of liner. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just use straight gloss with like a little bit of liner. For liner, you can just use like any brown eyeshadow, and just use like a light brown eyeshadow and just use that to line my lips. I didn't do anything too much because I don't want like a super defined look. I just wanted something to like just make my lips look a little bit defined. And I'm gonna be using my Fenty gloss in the shade Cake Shake. And just using that on my lips. And after that, we're done. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a little bit of a struggle for me, but you know, makeup is a process and we're gonna get through it. So once again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can come back for more. And yeah, most importantly, thank you for watching. Bye guys.